I don't remember where I was, guys. I had to go do something, but let's just continue. I'm probably about quarter calling being so good. It doesn't land. Boom. 2-mana 2/2 and as battlefield target creature gets +1/+1 until end turn. Very good limited. Perfectly fine in standard. It's soldier, isn't it? Hey, you get that weird Kithkin guy that puts in soldiers. You could attack, put this guy in attacking, and give something +1/+1. That's a neat little trick that might happen. But this card's fine. Perfectly good limited. Might see playing constructed. At least standard wise. Another of the fugitive wizards. Don't play this card, guys. It's bad. Bad. Founders Sheet isn't, though. Sees fringe modern play in goblin style decks that are beat down. Sees plenty of standard play in Burning Tramissary decks, or even just the Tom Roth's Sly deck, otherwise known as Boss Sly. Very good card. Another one of the 4/3 gains flying for 2 life. And what is this thing? This card seems very good. He's a 5 and a 4/4. Can't be blocked by more than one creature. This card certainly seems very good in limited, being a big guy that can't, and a lot of the guys so far haven't been able to kill this guy. Certainly seems very good. Another Torch Fiend, just kind of artifact removal. A Bronze Stable, if you just need a curve filler. A colorless Torch Fiend can go in any deck, so it's not a terrible pickup in the middle of a pack if you can't find anything else. Convoke, gain 8 life, 5 mana. Not very good, but it's certainly fine. Statute of Denial. Counter target spell. If you control blue creature, draw a card, then discard a card. So it certainly seems very fine. It's a perfectly fine limited card. If you control blue creature and have this is your only card in hand, though, be aware of that. Certainly hold lands if you're playing blue creatures. Another 3-mana 2/2 intimidate, certainly very good. Cone of Flame is very good limited. Being able to shoot 1, 2, 3, you can normally kill a couple creatures. And the last mode can pick players. This is a 2-mana 2/1. Human Berserker, so it just killed a giant dragon. That's what the artwork's telling you. It gets +2/+0 haste and first strike whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, which is really weird. Which kind of makes this card seem very interesting to me. Just perfectly fine in an aggressive deck as a 2-mana 2/1 that has some upside. Say you're playing that Incendiary Fist, you just want to kill something, get it out of the way. Well, you use this kill, get out of the way, you still get in for your 4 damage. If you do it the same turn you play this, it gets haste, which is a nice benefit, so you get in some extra damage. But this card seems just perfectly fine. Another one of the two basic lands. Ranger's Path was a good card in standard. Playing some fringe decks, like the Boundless Realms Worldfire deck, which someone named me may or may not have played for a while, and killed quite a few people with. And then the rare is Cruel Sadist. Not a very exciting card. Seems perfectly fine and limited. The 1 black, pay 1 life, and tapping it, put a +1 counter on it. Certainly seems very fine to me. Not super exciting, but you never know when you might just want to play a Cruel Sadist in your deck. It's very similar to Chronometon, but this has also tap 2 black, move X +1 counters on it. You can shoot target creature for that much damage, or X and counters removed on it. And does it do anything else? No. So it's interesting that it has that ability. It's also just a 1-drop, so if you just want to have a 1-drop in your deck, this seems perfectly fine. When a board stall happens, no one's getting in any damage. You can start paying life and making it bigger to where it will actually get through the creatures your opponents control. Wall of Fire. It's a very, very good wall. If you have some kind of more mid-rangey or control deck in limited, this card's perfectly fine. It has fire breathing and has 5 toughness. So it will be able to kill most things and won't die to most things in the limited format. Midnight Guard. Kind of part of some combos, but not in standard or limited. Kind of disappointing as far as standard goes, but it is also 3-mana 2/3, so it blocks very well in limited. Void Snare. Clear a path, destroy target creature with Defender, or destroy a wall, whatever. Pretty sure, yeah, it's with Defender. Another Shaman of Spring. This guy again. This guard. Enchant creature, plus whatever creature, it has base lifelink. And whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on enchant creature. Very, very powerful ability, also being at 2 mana. The artwork's also, that artwork's just sick. Like, that's some really good artwork. It seems very good and limited. Whenever any other creature. So if you just have if you have excess creatures, you don't need all your creatures to be blocking with, but you don't want some creatures to die. You start attacking in with some other guys. The guy that this is on just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Plus, it has lifelink, so it stays as a really good blocker. Living Totem. Convoke, enters the battlefield, plus counter. Oh, it's 4 mana, 2/3. With Convoke, this card seems very good and limited. Possibly Construct playable. Probably not, though. But if you see this limited, do not be afraid to draft this or use it in your sealed deck, because it's really good. Sign and Blood. Definitely a good card. Sees plenty of Construct to play when it's in Standard. Very good limited card. It can kill players sometimes. That's come up before. You never know when it's going to happen. It's a land. Gains 2 life. If you're just a 1 or 2 color deck in limited, you don't really need all the mana fixing in the world. Say all your spells are 1 green, 1 red, or you have some green spells. You can just play this, have some life gain. It's not very amazing, but it's perfectly fine. What's this guy? Oh, the Red Paragon. Tap 1 red, another target creature you control gains haste on turn. Oh, that's cool. He's a 4 mana 2/2 that gives other red creature control +1/+1. He gives things haste when they enter. Red creature specifically. If you play some big dumb dragons that you happen to get in your sealed pool or draft deck, this guy could make them have haste. He certainly seems also perfectly fine. It's just a 4 mana 2/2 that will buff all your red guys. So maybe in kind of a mono red beatdown deck, or maybe red splashing removal like red black in limited, certainly seem like a perfectly good card in there. This is actually the Hellrider Sliver, oddly enough. Whenever it attacks, defending player loses 1 life. There was Thorncast Sliver, which everyone said was Hellrider Sliver. Hellrider only hit players, this only hits players. Thorncast Sliver is much better as it hits creatures. But these things certainly are very good in the Slivers deck. Very hard to get limited, but in Constructed, this card can definitely do some damage. Also, being at 2 mana, gets in a lot of cheap damage very quick. Caustic Tar, enchant a land for 6 mana and has tapped target player loses 3 life. Problem is it's 6 mana. The upside? Your opponent won't last too long taking 3 damage a turn, and when it's on a land, this thing is really hard to answer, because it's really hard to kill lands. The rare in this pack is Jalara. I was going to say it right, and I had to read it to make sure. I'm personally very excited for this card in a format like EDH. I actually have a 4 Russian one, which I'm actually going to make a commander out of. I'm excited to do that. That seems really fun to do. I don't know if it will actually impact anything in a major way, but it's a card I definitely look forward to playing with over the next couple months or so. I'm in school right now, though, so playing with it can be hard, as I won't have much of a life outside of work. But we'll still try to produce some videos for you guys while we're in school. Peel from Reality. A perfectly fine card. It can save a creature you control and bounce a creature your opponent controls, kind of tempo them. Another Inferno Fist. Definitely a very good card. This is just a 2 mana, 1/2 flyer lifelink. Probably shouldn't play this if you have an option about it. It's certainly perfectly fine if, say, you're in a Johnny's Pride deck, you draft multiple Johnny's Pride Mates. This is a perfectly good card to enable those. Research Assistant. This card's bad. You probably shouldn't play it. It is a 2 mana 1/3, which has huge upside if you're a more control-y deck, so you don't knock this out of every deck you draft. If you draft a control deck, this card fits perfectly in it. Historically, in limited formats, 1/3 is a very big deal, and it blocks very well, as well as just has some late game upside of being able to discard excess lands and dig you to your bombs or your planeswalkers, or removal spells, draw spells, whatever you just want to get in a more control-y deck. Verdant Haven, mana fixing, gains 2 life, mainly the mana fixing, certainly very good in limited. Another Time to Dust, just a removal spell. Netcaster Spider, blocks creature. It has reach. It's a 3 mana 2/3 reach. Whenever it blocks a creature with flying, it's +2 so it gets to kill pretty much any flyer in the format, becoming a 4/3. It's also just kind of a solid ground guy, being a 2/3 for 3. Rotting Maggot is a 5 mana 3/5. Enters, exile target creature card from graveyard. You gain equal that card's toughness. This card's perfectly fine limited. There's some weird fringe kind of graveyard decks you could play in limited, so this card seems perfectly fine. As well, if you kill an opponent's fatty, you can just gain a bunch of life. Sign and Blood, already went over. Invasive Species, it's a 4 mana 3/3, it will enter, and you bounce a creature. Permanent. Okay, so you could bounce a land if you don't need your 4th land in play that turn. Hot Soup. Love this card. It's not good. It's just not good. But it's Hot Soup. Staff of the Wild Magus. The green staff. The staffs are never really good, but if you're worried about burn deck and standard, you have staffs. Circle of Flame, also really bad. It will shoot whenever a creature attacks you or planeswalker you control. Takes 1 damage. Really not that good, but it's fine. It certainly seems like a good sideboard card. Then against the Defender Street Denizen decks, the Tom Roth Sly decks, very good against decks like that. And then another Phyrexian Revoker. Woo! Actually really like that card, guys. It's kind of weird to tell you guys. I really like that card. I kind of just want to jam that into every deck I can, but I never end up playing it because it's on a stick. So whenever you bring it in to just absolutely positively stop something, it gets answered, at least in Modern, to things like Lightning Bolt and Electrolyze and Lightning Helix and so many things. We got a Sliver token, which I didn't actually know was in the set, so that's really cool. I'm guessing you go Sliver Hive. Tireless Mercenaries. 2/3 for 5, enters, you gain 3 life. Really bad. Glacial Crasher. It's a 5/5 for 6 with trample in blue. That can attack unless there's a mountain on the battlefield. Draft a blue-red deck, this guy's certainly good. It's also just perfectly fine in a control deck. It's a 6-mana 5/5 blocker, because most people won't be able to get through a 5/5. Clear a Path. This card's definitely very good limited as a sideboard option. Constructed formats. It's just kind of artifact or enchantment removal. Sometimes they can give you a headache. This is the way to kill those. This card's perfectly fine. Seems good and kind of good in standard. In the heroic decks, maybe. Out of the sideboard is just a way to get reusable heroic triggers on different creatures when those creatures start dying. Typhoid Rats, once again, very good limited. Not so much outside of that. Fester Gloom, non-black creature, get -1/-1 for 3 mana. Might see some sideboard play, but it doesn't seem better than a card like Drown in Sorrow, unless you're an aggressive deck against another aggressive deck, in which case you probably don't really want to sideboard this. You'd rather just sideboard some more remove spells. Another Undergrowth Scavenger. Crippling Blight, enchant creature, it's -1/-1, can't block, it's perfectly fine. Blood Host, 5 mana, 3/3, 1 in black, sacrifice another creature, you put a +1/+1 counter on Blood Host and gain 2 life. That is a very... The card seems very powerful and limited. When you just get creatures that start dying, if you get that enchantment and put it on another guy, whenever a creature dies, it gets +1/+1 counter, has lifelink. These and that certainly seem like 2 very powerful cards. You probably don't want to put it on this, because then if they kill it, you lose everything. But it's definitely something good to see. The blue-black ally card, it's a 3 mana, 1/3, so it becomes a 2/4. And it gives something lifelink for 2 mana, which is good. Into the Void, very, very good limited card. You can bounce 2 creatures for 4 mana, even at sorcery speed. That is a lot of tempo, and it allows you to do a lot of damage sometimes. Avarice Amulet, +2/+0 Vigilance, at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent, yeah. This is the really bad card. It's a trap, guys. Don't play this card. The fact that your opponents can gain control of it's very bad for you. Because there's almost always a way that your opponent can kill a creature. So if you put this in your deck, don't expect for it to end well. And then, ooh, a foiled Preeminent Captain. He's a 3 mana 2/2 first strike that puts soldiers in when he attacks. A Hero Bladehold variant, definitely not quite as good, but a very powerful card, and it's a really nice looking foil. But anyway, guys, there's our Fat Pack. There's everything from our cool little die, our box lid, this giant stack of cards that you guys didn't see me slide across the table. Wow, you guys just can't see it. There it is. And this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Me and my terrible commentary. All by my lonesome. I'm really lonely, really late, and really tired. So I'm going to sign off. Don't forget, guys, watch our constructed format videos. We've done a lot of modern videos. We might start doing standard, but probably not, honestly. I don't really want to do standard until Khans of Tarkir comes out. And Ravnica is gone. I am really bored of standard, as a lot of people are right now. The Pro Tour had some very interesting decks, but I didn't really watch too much of it. I just watched some deck tags. I watched the Pro Tour top 8. Congratulations, Even Flock, for winning, by the way. I know this is super late. I hate your deck. If you ever watch this Evon Flock, it is the most boring thing in the world. But congratulations on winning with it at the Pro Tour. We have a Twitter, guys, at Pearsall's blog. This camera's like super zoomed in. Can I unzoom it? Nope. Okay. Here's my hands then. Twitter, at Pearsall's blog. Don't be afraid to tweet at us. Anything. If you tweet at us, I don't know, but I'm going to show you guys this anyway. It doesn't affect the fact that you tweeted me, but hey, I got over in Catacombs. Whoa! It's like a lot of money. At least to me, anyway. I write articles. Haven't put any up recently. Been super busy with work. Just started school. Trying to find my rhythm again. Super determined this past couple weeks. We haven't been able to produce the videos we wanted to produce for you guys while we were in between school, our summer class, and our fall class. Hopefully we'll be able to produce you guys content at least every 2 weeks from between our school for the next 2 months anyway. We don't make any promises though. School's kind of crazy. Never know really what's going to happen, how we're going to be able to manage our time. Life keeps happening. We have to keep going doing things. It's kind of made it difficult to make videos for you guys, so hopefully you enjoy this. We did get to film the one F&M that we got to go to this summer. Yeah, like since we started school. So that was cool. And if anyone wants to know how I do the PTQ, I intend to do a tournament report over it, so go check that out on mtgbrodeals.com. Awesome site. I took a really long way to get you guys to that link. I'm sorry, I got a little derailed, but you guys, if you're subscribers, are used to that, and I apologize every time. So you guys, have a great night. I'm tired, I'm going to go to bed. If you're watching this, you probably shouldn't be about to go to bed, because, well, you probably have some better things to do right before you go to bed, like brush your teeth and stuff, which I'm actually going to do before I go to bed, because I just remembered. You guys have a great night. I keep getting derailed. Bye.